Today we are working on the 78 Triumph Spitfire, and what I'm going to do is tackle something that's been on my list to do for a while. The parking brake adjustment, because the parking brake does not hold the car. Now off camera, I've done a couple stuff, like I cleaned up the interior quite a bit. And just little things. I'm still working on the horn button. If you know how to install the horn button, let me know, because mine is either broke or it's not working. But the steering wheel is solidly mounted now. So back to the parking brake. So ignore the crazy camber, that's just a Spitfire thing. When you jack it up, that's what happens. But, so right now, parking brake is off. These wheels spin. Parking brake on. Locked. Good. Now on the other side over here, rolls. A little bit of resistance, but it should be lock solid. We have an issue on this wheel. We probably need to look at the cable tension. Before we dive into the parking brake, let's see, is it a brake issue? Because that could also affect this. So go ahead, step on the brakes and hold it. Alright, so this one is good, which we figured. Now this side, our problem side, good. Okay, let go. And press on the brakes. Okay, so the brakes are good. We just have a parking brake that needs to be adjusted. Alright, taking off the wheel here. Look at that little baby brake drum. So what I'm expecting we'll find is there'll be more slack on this side than the other side. Now I've already reached under here and tugged on this compared to the other side, and that does seem to be the case. Now the question is, are the adjustments the same? If not, can we adjust this more? So the way this car works, this parking brake system, you have your handle here with a central cable, and then it tees off or Y's off into the right side of the left side. So you got your first cable and then the two back cables. Now this cable, you want to make sure is adjusted evenly on each side. And you want to make sure it has enough tension as well. Right now, this side does not have enough tension. The little brake drum here seems to be doing its job. When my wife pressed the brake, it stopped. So I don't think we're going to find anything wrong inside of here. I think we're just going to find something with this adjustment. So let's play around, take this apart, see if we can make that adjustment. All right, so we're going to remove this first. Got a 7/16. All right, there we go. It was a bolt and a nut. I don't know if it was supposed to be like that, because Spitfires I looked up online had like a side pin or cotter pin, something like that. Okay, moving forward on, I guess, this can be disconnected now. Alright, now we just got to worry about the spring right here. So actually, let me figure out how to take off this spring, and then we'll be good. Oh, it's so close to coming out. Come on. There we go. Okay, that spring disconnected. So I see two nuts here, and then I guess two nuts here. This is our adjustment for the tension on this cable, and we need to adjust it so that there's more tension. So I need this bracket thing to go that way. So we need to loosen this nut, tighten that nut. That's the plan. Alright, progress has been made. I put the pin back in place. This nut was actually not tight. Tighten it up against that, and then I was able to use that and the pin holding down as a way to get enough leverage to break this free. So now I can spin this nut that direction towards the middle of the car, or the other side of the car. And now I'm creating separation here. I don't know how far I need to go, but I'll go quite a bit since I can always just bring it back loosen it up. Okay, that's a couple full turns, like 3 or 4. So now I can just spin this. Alright, so we need to move the cable that way just a little bit more. So I'm going to put my wrench here. And this will go here right in the middle. And I'm going to use my screwdriver to turn it. I think I actually need the wrench on this one. There we go. And just turning it clockwise to make it tighter. Alright, let's see. We want it to be tight and difficult to put on, but not so difficult where I need tools. That might work right there. That's pretty snug, but if I pull on the cable just a little bit, we can still get in, no problems. I think that's going to be perfect right there. So let's loosen or tighten up the jam nut, and we'll be good. Okay, before I assemble everything and find out I need to take it all back apart, I have everything together except for the nut on the cotter pin, and I don't have the spring that was on that parking brake actuator thing. So let's pull the parking brake. And this is rock solid now. That's not going anywhere. The reason I put the wheel on is it gives me more leverage. I did this before with the wheel off, and I could not turn the drum brakes, but I put the wheel on, I could still turn it. So it's important that you test it before you put it back together. So this is like a third of the way up. Still spins, which expected. A little over half, still spins. That's almost all the way up. That doesn't spin. I gotta really press to make it spin. Now that's all the way up. Can we still spin it? Nope, I cannot get that to spin. And the other side? Locked. So we are good with this adjustment. Take the wheel back off, button everything up, and then we're done. And now we're gonna button everything up. So I'm connecting the spring on this side first, then I'm gonna reach around you and stick this through our hole here. There we go. Easy, just like that. Now we'll put our nut on the bottom of the pin. And now I'll tighten it down and we're good to go. There you have it. Quick, easy video on the Spitfire, adjusting the parking brake. It's finally doing its job now. It's still not perfect, and I think it's because I need to take some of the slack out of here to give it to there to make it more even. However, when I push on the car, it doesn't roll anymore. That is good, and I think that's going to be good enough for now. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.